Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of VGU Talks, and let's talk games. E3, a place where we can expect many games to take part. And since it's the season once again where everyone is wondering what will be on show, let's take a look at what I think Nintendo could be bringing to the dance. First off, if anyone out there is looking forward towards any information on Nintendo's new console, simply known as NX, then sadly you'll have to wait. Nintendo have announced a while back that they are not revealing any information on their new console at this year's E3. Oh well, there's always next year. This is a true shame, however, because there were also a few articles bringing up saying that Nintendo are also working on getting rid of region locking, which is a very huge topic at the moment, especially since Nintendo seem to be the only guys holding on to region locks, and the PS4 and Xbox One have really opened themselves up to allowing people to import games from other countries. Hopefully Nintendo are leaning towards that way with NX. Go on guys, you can do it. Now personally, I am looking forward to more information concerning Metroid and Star Fox, two of my favourite Nintendo franchises. We haven't seen a new Metroid title since Other M, which did have a pretty bad reception with a lot of fans, but can developers make a comeback from it? I'm confident they can. Metroid Prime was an amazing trilogy back on the GameCube, but I actually wouldn't want to see another Metroid done in an FPS format. To truly bring back the series, I reckon Nintendo should work on a classic side-scrolling platformer with new visuals and full use of a Wii U pad. Think of it as 2.5D like Castlevania style. I know, because the whole Metroidvania thing has happened, but heck, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I think Nintendo should embrace it. Bring back some of that old school and make it new school for the new generation. Just like how you've done it with Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario Bros. Now as for Star Fox, rumours have been circulating about the game for a very long time. Even a website has appeared under the license of Nintendo hinting at a new game in the franchise. It would be great to see a return to the old school space battles we grew up on, both on the Wii U and the 3DS. The remaster for the handheld console was fantastic to relive after all, so why not make the game for both your lead consoles? Fox should return with Slippy, Peppy and Falco by his side. But if Peppy is getting too old for the space battles, maybe a new character should be introduced to take his place. I know some people would think Crystal from Star Fox Adventures would be a great addition, but the less we talk about that game the better. In all honesty, I wasn't a huge fan of Star Fox Adventures. It was trying too much to be like Ocarina of Time, and although it was fun to an extent, Fox is better in space, just saying. Or at least with Star Fox Assault, that was good, bring that back. Now next is the potential announcement of their opening lineup for the mobile market. Since as we know, Nintendo recently came out and said they're now in a deal to develop mobile games for us, the gaming audience. At the moment, it would be likely for these products to stay in Japan, and it would most likely make sense if Nintendo left announcing anything like this until Tokyo Game Show or any event over in the Japanese market, because that's probably the place where they're going to sell the most as of launch. However, I will be very surprised if they come out saying that these titles will never come to Western audiences, because they know if they bring out a mobile version of a classic Mario game, a classic Sonic game, or even any of their old school Metroid titles or any of those games whatsoever, we would want them. You hear that, Nintendo? We want it! Now, whilst I was in the process of making this video, Nintendo released something awesome as of today, the 13th of May. They've released a video simply called Get Ready for E3 2015. And it's a truly badass video. If you want to have a look at it, go for it. So this is what they're bringing to the table as to what the video is explaining. A big digital event on the Tuesday, which will be sure to announce new games as well as reveal more info on their current lineup. An extended Nintendo Treehouse Live event at the show that'll be having a lot more developers involved this time around, and maybe some more in-depth looks into the games that were teased, possibly a few more teasers as well. Another thing to note in the video as well is that you fans in the States will be able to play Mario Maker at Best Buy later in the week of E3, so be sure to get over there and let your creative minds loose. The biggest reveal, however, has to be the return of the legendary Nintendo World Championships. The first time they have held the tournament in 25 years. Now will be sure to attract the audience at the show and possibly best for Smash Bros tournament from last year, because that tournament was insane. Now after analysing the video, there are some hints as to what maybe Nintendo could be bringing with them to E3 as smallish announcements or possibly even big announcements. And these are all featuring Reggie from Nintendo US. And I've just gotta say, Reggie, fantastic work with this video, you've got it mate. So what was Reggie up to? Well, during his preparation for the tournament where he's doing this fantastic workout montage, we first see him lifting a couple of GameCubes, potentially hinting at some of the titles being remastered or even re-released on the Wii U. That's a big plus. Then we see him lifting a couple of the classic bazookas from the NES days. Could this mean the shooting gallery games are coming back, such as Duck Hunt? I don't know about you guys, but next gen Duck Hunt would be great, especially since Duck Hunt Dog came back in Smash Bros. Reggie then proceeds to be munching on some bananas as he watches Donkey and Diddy Kong on screen. The apes could be coming back in a new Donkey Kong Country, especially after the success of Tropical Freeze. Now that game was good. And a big hint from Reggie during this montage was when he was actually donning the legendary pink hoodie from Little Mac from Punch Out. Does this mean that the champ is on another road to the top in a brand new Wii U title? I hope it is. I love Little Mac, the fact they brought him back with a remastered version of Punch Out on the Wii, and now potentially bringing him back on the Wii U after his success in Smash Bros. Come on guys, you gotta do it. As well as these things, a lot of retro titles also took part in these sections, possibly leaning towards a wad more NES and SNES titles coming to the Nintendo store for both the Wii U and the 3DSs in the future. And although hilarious, Reggie playing on the Virtual Boy could also be hinting at Nintendo's own plans to go into the VR market. Either that, or maybe they just want to make a joke out of one of their biggest failures in gaming hardware. I'm sorry Iwata, I'm sorry, but we all agree. It was pretty bad. So ladies and gentlemen, make note of these dates and put them on your gaming calendar. Sunday, June 14th in Los Angeles for the return of the Nintendo World Championships. Tuesday, June 16th for the digital event, sure to reveal more titles for the consoles, and the Nintendo Treehouse Live event at the E3 show floor. And if you're down there, be sure to get involved with that. Now as for you Best Buy customers, you best be sure to check out your local store between Wednesday the 17th and Saturday the 20th of June for your chance to play Mario Maker before its release. If there is one thing for certain, Nintendo know how to get gamers hyped for E3, me included, cause damn, they've got me, they've already got me. But are you hyped by what they may have on offer through this video and through some rumours and some other things floating around the internet? Let me know what you guys think down in that comment box, and I'll be seeing you on another edition of VGU Talks. E3's on the horizon, so expect more videos coming soon.